We now get to race number 9, which is the last leg of the pick 6. Now, unfortunately, the bad news is that the horse that we all were looking to perhaps banker or go short with on this last leg, Golden Bell, ran on Tuesday at the ball. I don't know what happened, but the horse is scratched now, and this is now thrown the cat amongst the pigeons here, because that is now giving this race a totally new complexion. And if you're not a cartel captain, you would be looking to include the field in this race, and that is what I'm going to do in my pick 6. There's no way that I want to get, if I do survive the first leg, get to the last leg and worry if I'm going to catch the pick 6. All I want to worry is how much I'm going to collect. So in my pick 6, I will definitely have the field in the last leg. So let's have a look at the betting before we discuss this field. Number 1, Cartel Captain, 22 to 10. Battle of Trafalgar, 4 to 1. Yukari, 4 to 1. 10 to 1, Gaelic Princess. 12 to 1, African Warrior. 16 to 1, at Altissima. Hooves of Troy, 16 to 1. Enjoy the View, 20 to 1. Miss Florida, 20 to 1. Impressive Duchess, 25 to 1. Cavalieri, 53 to 1. And then True Charm, 55 to 1. Just note, number 13, Cavalieri was a reserve runner, but has now come in because of the scratching. Now, very important, you also need to know that this race is run on poly and not on the turf track. So let's have a look at the field. Well, the field starting with number 1, Cartel Captain, a captain of all, by a Magog mare. This horse has shown promise, have run against some good company, and ran in Cape Town where it won a race, and then it ran second in a um, $500 race over 1,200 meters, getting beaten by Nvidia, and then since coming back after the race, has run third behind Eden Rock and Warriors Rest, definitely in with a huge chance in this field. I just want to quickly look here. Yeah, we're having a Class B with an average merit rating of 100, because that is important to keep in mind, because that indicates the quality of the horse that the horse has been running against. And if you look here, his last 2 runs, Cartel Captain was running in a little bit higher division, so definitely will be favored and can win this race. Then number 2, Enjoy the View. Enjoy the View has only had 2 runs on the poly for 1/3. Drawn 2, that is good, but yeah, it has run over further and didn't do so well back on the 1,200 meters. It has won twice over the 1,200 meters, so that shows that he's got a preference for the 1,200 meters. Um, Now, Enjoy the View was supposed to run, but was a scratching. Has got in and out form. I just want to see what's the betting on Enjoy the View. Enjoy the View. The betting on Enjoy the View is Enjoy the View. Enjoy the View there, 20 to 1. Yeah, that is the form that it also showed. Will be a surprise winner in this race. Number 3 is Battle of Trafalgar, Captain L out of Gibraltar Blue by Rock of Gibraltar. This dam was very fast, won a lot of races over 1,000 meters. The Sun battled to find his field, ran fairly well against some of the better opposition, but was already before beaten by Cartel Captain in Cape Town, and behind Cartel Captain also behind the race behind in Nvidia. Then after the race has won 2. I just want to see, this horse was gelded, so it looks like the gelding has improved it. So definitely maybe a horse that can be involved in the finish. Then we get to number 4, Yukari, Justin Snape, Richard Fourie. This horse hasn't run in this class yet, but has shown some fair form. Ran second behind Pure State in also one of those uh, sales races where Pure State won over 14 meter. Pure State was ridden by Pure State on that day when start to finish. I liked it. I actually tipped Pure State. That was 10 to 1. Hasn't done much since that. So um, it can be involved, because this is always a dangerous combination. But I think we'll have to up his game a little bit to be involved here in the finish. Then we get to Gaelic Princess, ex Cornice Peace horse, now with Miss Dawson, drawn 5. And this horse has improved and has run some nice races. And I think that Gaelic Prince will not have a problem running on the poly, and that this horse can be there when this filly can be there when the pictures are taken. Definitely a huge contender. Miss Florida won the Allen Robertson for Justin Snape, but that was 427 days ago. Has never run, never won again. Is battling to produce the form. Although she is running against stronger, but running 6-7 lengths behind, but can surprise in this field. Do not leave out because, as I said, Justin Snape and Graham van Niekerk has also had a fair share of winners between them in the past. Then we get to number 7, True Charm. True Charm is not a bad horse, but it's I think it's more a handicapper. Has been comprehensively beaten by some of the horses, Celtic Sea, but there's no Celtic Sea and Sing for Rafa in this race. Can surprise with Craig Zaki on board. Has run a bit in this class, although not winning, but has got experience in this class. And hasn't been run on the poly before, but it is a Captain L by a Cape Cross mare. I'm sure that the poly will definitely suit his horse, and Craig Zaki might try to take this horse to the front and steal it from the front. So not to leave out Cornice Peace, always a danger. Cornice Peace horse is always a danger. Then we have a look at number 8 at Altissima. He won last week. He won well, start to finish at the poly. Has not run. He ran close to this class, but has not run in the class yet, and has not won in this class. But and I'm not talking about ability rating of 100. But if you see there, it says here Class B, so it has had wins and places in Class B. So I think this horse also is always there and thereabouts, and I'm sure when the picture is taken at Altissima will be involved in a finish, not a horse to leave out of your calculations. African Warrior was a hit a year ago. He won some nice races, then went home and can't find its form. Not for me today. Golden Bell is now the scratching. Impressive Duchess, it's a Cornice Peace horse as well. Duke of Marmalade filly. They do run well. This horse has also running behind Garlic Princess, has beaten it by 5 lengths, and I think it will. Although there's a big weight difference, Garlic Princess Impressive Duchess is now carrying 50. And let me just see how much Gaelic Princess is carrying. Gaelic Princess is now carrying 55.5. So there's 5.5 kilograms difference. Let me just have a look here. Impressive Duchess, when she ran against Gaelic Princess, she was carrying 4 kilograms more. 4 kilograms more than Gaelic Princess, and now she's carrying 5 kilograms extra. There's 9 kilograms a sway in weights, and that can bring her into the race. And this Jason Gates, he's not a bad jockey. Impressive Duchess, I would say you need to put this all in your play because it's based on that. And also, I mean, look at I do think on that weight turnaround she can be close to Gaelic Princess, and I do give Gaelic Princess a chance. So Impressive Duchess I will definitely include in my pick 6. But as I said, for my pick 6, I'm going to play the field. But if you're not going to play the field, 11th Impressive Duchess will be one of those horses that you want to be included in your play. Hooves of Troy comes from Port Elizabeth. They brought it to the July meeting last year. It ran third 1.25 behind African Warrior, but it's drawn 12. Muzi is riding. He has won twice on this horse. She has competed in some fair class. Him, not a she, a him. Yeah, can probably be involved in the finish if everything goes well. Has had 2 starts on a polish for 2 seconds. Can be a surprise package. Then number 13, Cavalieri. Um, hasn't shown much, has only won a maiden, and hasn't showed us anything to suggest that she can beat or he can beat anything in this field. So that then concludes our assessment of the races. I really do hope you're going to make money on the July. I do hope that some of my discussions and previews will assist you. And as I always say, break a leg.